Hello and welcome to another video. This will be another Larry Sands reaction. Also, I think I think there is a way to skip the ads after all. If I've got an option to block ad, I guess I can do that. So, that's good news because it brought me straight to the video after I did that. So, anyways, Larry's Lounge is what we're on now. This one's called You Embarrassed Me. I think this title relates to Tom embarrassing Larry or something like that. So I guess we'll have to find out what happens in this video, because the videos on Larry's Lounge have been interesting to say the least, especially with the tension between Larry and Tom lately. And if it continues to get worse, Tom could quit. I mean, Larry even said it himself. If Tom were ever to leave the lounge, quit the channel and all that, he would still continue, but without Tom. So it's not just Larry and Tom anymore. That might have been how the channel started, that them two and Joe. But I think Larry's Lounge will do fine when or if Tom ever quits. I'm not saying that's what's happening here or what it's building up to, but I guess we will find out. That being said, let's get into this reaction.
Hey, Dad.
What?
Can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what about?
About how you embarrassed me yesterday?
Oh, it's over there.
I embarrassed you? How'd I embarrass you?
Yeah, in front of Joe. The whole, the little flex you did.
The little flex I did.
Yeah.
By what? By...
The whole...
Also, I apologize for not talking much in yesterday's Lounge TV reaction and cutting the video short as well. I was in a lot of pain yesterday, so that's why my reactions weren't really much yesterday. But today is definitely going to be a normal day. This is like my 5th, 6th reaction I'm assuming. But I just wanted to give a heads up on that too. But yeah, I feel much better today. Yesterday was just an off day, so today is much better because yeah, I don't know what was going on yesterday. It's weird, but anyways, let's get back into the reaction.
Oh, I'm the boss thing.
Oh. Tom, well, you kind of made me say that.
I didn't make you say that, and you really embarrassed me when you did that.
Okay, look. I only said that because why, Tom? Why did I say that to you? Because you sat there and you turned around and said you're gonna cut Joe out of a video.
Right, I mean, you heard how he was talking to me.
I did hear how he was talking to you.
Exactly.
But you came at him first.
What? No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You came out right away and like, hey Joe, how come you did this and blah 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 like that to him?
Okay, well, if he didn't do it, then it wouldn't have gone down that way, you know?
You came at him and you're like, why didn't you tell me that you guys were going to go on vacation? Why'd you make me look like an idiot?
What, am I supposed to just live with it?
No, but you come on, Tom. How long have we known Joe? Right? I'm the same way, though. I mean, if you come out and put somebody right on the spot like that, of course he's going to defend himself. Right? You came out right on him like that. And Joe, he first of all, Joe is not a confrontational kind of guy. You shouldn't have confronted him like that. And if, you sit there and you told me, I thought we were equals. Well, if we're equals, right, then why would you turn around and tell me you're going to cut him out without talking to me first?
Because if we're equals, then wouldn't we both have the decision-making power about that?
No, absolutely not. If we're equals, then we have to talk to the other person. We can't just make a decision.
Okay, that's fair enough. My thing with it, though, is that you just, out and word just I'm the boss, me, I'm Mr. Big Shot.
I felt like I kind of had, yeah, I know. I'm sorry I embarrassed you. I didn't mean to embarrass you. And I kind of felt like I just needed to put you in your place because you right away said that you're going to cut him out of a video.
After he taunted me a couple times about the whole vacation thing and the whole scenario in general.
I don't say that he's right in what he, I know that your feelings were hurt that you're not going on a vacation and everything. I get it. But it's like he felt like you were coming at him just then and making a bigger deal out of it than what it should have been.
He made a joke about it. How was he upset about it at all?
Joe makes jokes. I mean, that's what he does.
When the playlist has no skips, but
I mean,
Yeah, but that wasn't just like haha, I'm trying to kind of keep it cool. That was a like,
Okay.
haha.
okay, Tom, did you ever hear the expression, 2 wrongs don't make a right?
Yeah, so we just
Okay.
brought this up the other day. 3 rights make a left, etc.
Well, you know, you heard something.
I heard that too.
You sat there and you're attacking him, right?
Right.
That he felt, whether you were or not, excuse me, is irrelevant because he felt it, right? So then he attacked you, right?
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that you turn around and then attack him again, and then now you, how many wrongs is there? If you didn't come
Same
out,
conversation go back to him.
if you didn't come out and say anything to him to begin with, then none of that would have happened.
If he never lied to you to begin with, none of it ever would have happened.
But Tom, the whole thing about like of you saying to me that we're
Why do you keep saying it like it's completely my fault?
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about why I'm trying to explain to you why. Settle down, first of all, right? There's no reason to get all huffy and puffy. If you want to be, if you can't come at somebody and say we're equals, but yet you're making a decision on cutting him out of the videos. I mean, how wrong would that be? That you kept the camera off of him the whole time when he's part of the lounge, just like you and I.
Because that's our decision whether he's.
But you're doing this because you felt like he said something that bothered you, right?
Yeah.
That he didn't come out and tell you that they were that he would. I guess when you were over here, that he was going on the trip. That he didn't know. He didn't know that he should have came out there because he was kind of shocked from what he said that you didn't know. He thought you knew. But so he played along with you.
He lied about it. He could have
played along with you.
He could have easily corrected it.
Yeah, you can't really get on Joe for lying at the same time, though, Tom, because you tried to lie too about what you tried to attempt. Yeah, if you go back to the video, you should crash his vacation. That's what I'm talking about. And then when it was finally confronted, a couple videos ago, and then Tom tried to lie about it. And exactly like I said, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Right then and there, just been like, actually, Tom, nah, I'm going to be going on the vacation with him. I would have been like, oh. And then I probably would have been a bit upset at you since you would have lied to me too.
No matter how you look at it, you were going to get mad, right?
Right.
Yeah. So he.
But like you said, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Right. But that doesn't mean that you should be wrong on top of it all and then say something to him about that you're going to cut him out of a video. I mean, come on, Tom. You can't make a decision like that if you think you're equal to on the channel. And by all means, when I say equal and everything, I mean I'm talking about like anything that we're going to do, decision. If somebody says, hey, I got an idea, why don't we do this challenge or do a chill and a grill and blah, blah, blah. We talk about it with the other person. But we don't sit there and say, I'm going to cut somebody out without talking to the other person. That's not a partnership.
Right. Okay.
Well, that's why I flexed and countered with what I did.
Well, yes. But you also went about it in a really not conducive way. You could have taken me aside, been like, Tom, just hold on for a second. Could you come here for a second? And we could have gone inside. You could have hashed out the, no, I'm the boss, etc., etc. You didn't have to go, I'm the boss, me.
So I embarrassed you in front of Joe.
You embarrassed me real bad in front of Joe.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. But I want you to also, I was wrong for saying that in front of Joe. I should have took you aside, but I want you to also admit that you were wrong on saying that you would cut him out.
I don't know if I could do that in good faith.
Why? I mean, what's really your issue with Joe anyway? He made a little white lie when Larry was out of town. I don't understand the problem. Tom, I usually take your side because your dad can be ridiculous sometimes, but this whole situation, I'm sorry, but I think Larry and Joe are in the right here. Yes, Joe shouldn't have lied, but at the same time, Tom should just keep the peace. There's no need to flare up more trauma, so, and yeah, just disclaimer, I love everybody here, Tom, Larry, Joe, and everyone I see in Larry's Lounge and Lounge TV, but that's not without me labeling my opinions like this. So, just want to give you guys a heads up in case you guys, anyone watching Larry's Lounge, ever watch my reactions. That includes Larry and Tom if they ever decide to watch my reactions too. So, anyways, let's continue.
Because it all stems back to the lies that were told to me.
Tom, it actually doesn't make any sense. You're sitting there, you want me to just say that I'm at fault, but you won't take any responsibility for what you said. That makes no sense. I mean, you got to take responsibility for what you said. You can't, and Tom, you can't sit there and say, I'm going to cut so-and-so out of a video. You can't make that decision.
Right, and that's why
I mean, Larry is right. I mean, they have to be equal. They have to both agree and stuff like that. So, I totally get that.
thought that we should have had a conversation aside and...
Okay.
Look, I do understand.
That's what I'm saying. I'll admit, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said it in front of Joe. Didn't think about it. I wasn't doing it to embarrass you.
Sure felt like it.
I wasn't doing it to embarrass you. I was doing it to put you in your place.
Which sounds like you were trying to embarrass me.
No, I was
Again, you could have done it better in a way that would have felt more like an actual discussion.
Absolutely. Almost everything we do in life, we can do better, right?
Right.
Okay, well, the same thing with you. You could have did better, too, by not, saying anything about cutting them out, because that was just out of, matter of fact, what was that from a place of anger? Right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Right. So you got to sit there and say that you were wrong also. I'll say that I was wrong, but you have to take, responsibility for what you've said, too. And to tell you the truth, Tom, you should take responsibility. It's like, you came at Joe first. Joe didn't come at you first. You're the one that opened it up and said something about him. Why did you come out and say it? And it was the way you said it to him. Of course he's going to get defensive.
I mean, that I should have been more prepared for, him getting defensive over it, because...
Anybody that ever gets confronted with something.
Well, we know Joe. You make a general statement about how there's like a splat of beer on the ground, and Joe's me like, oh, it wasn't me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you say something about, somebody farted, and you look at him, he gets defensive because, you say it's me because I'm heavy, like that, right?
Right.
Yeah. But I think that's a little bit of everybody. I think everybody gets defensive when somebody comes at them, Tom. I mean, you do it. You do it all the time. I do it. I know. And I'll admit, I should not have said that in front of Joe like that. I can't take it back. I can just say I'm sorry for that, and I say that I was wrong. I should have pulled you aside. I should have talked to you, aside and tried to cool you down afterwards. But don't forget, we had some challenges that we had to do right after that, and I really didn't have time either. Now I'm making excuses now.
You are.
But we did have, we had a couple challenges to do, so I wanted to make sure that you were not going to cut him out of any challenges, because that would have just been wrong.
That's fair enough. All right, well... Good talk.
I'm glad that you did want to talk about it, and I am sorry. I will try not to embarrass you ever again. I can't promise that won't happen, because I am your dad. Part of our job is to embarrass you.
Yes, there's a difference between familial embarrassment and that.
I know, and you're not a little kid, and with the channel I do rely on you a lot. Right, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I just felt like that's the only thing I could do to get you to not cut him out of a video. You understand?
It was an in-the-moment decision.
Did it the wrong way.
It could have been handled better, as has been established.
Right.
I'm glad that you at least recognize it.
I do.
And I appreciate it.
And now I just need you to recognize that, that you had some fault in that stuff, too. That was being said.
I recognize it.
Well, right. That's it. I mean, you're not sorry that you said that you were going to cut him out?
I mean, if I told you sorry, would that really count?
No.
I wasn't saying it to you.
No, it does. It does. That I know that you understand that you shouldn't have said I'll cut him out of the videos.
Right, and I've said that I do understand.
Okay, that's all I need to hear.
All right.
Okay, we'll both work on being better.
Yeah.
Now get in the house.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
I'm just kidding, Tom. Jeez.
No, you already said it. Back inside I go.
Back inside it goes. No, that was an interesting video. But, yeah, things are getting pretty tense. Let's hope things can calm down and get resolved. So I don't want anyone leaving the lounge. I mean, Joe threatened to leave the lounge a while back. And we even saw him in one of the Psycho Dad's videos, too. So it's one of the first reactions I did when I started doing my reactions. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Stay tuned for the next one. We'll see what happens next. Today is Wednesday, so that means we'll have one more Larry Sands reaction this week, and then